How much money can I make with Airbnb?
Make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and you're not quite done yet. Go ahead and click on that bell. That way you can get notified about every new video.
Make sure you like, comment, and you can check out the description box for more information. Also, please let me know if you have any questions or if there's anything else you'd like to see. I'm here to help you. Okay, so as you can see, I am actually logged into my Airbnb dashboard. Today I wanted to show you how much money you can actually make with Airbnb. And this is actually when I very first started, and you can see it's 2008. This was my earnings. As I mentioned in my last video, I did start in the end of August 2008. So you can see I made a whopping $58 at the end. It was like the very end. It was probably like I put it on the 28th of August. So I thought that was pretty excellent for just listing my my room. I just had one room at the time that I listed, and then this is what happened the very next month. $607 was the payout for the next month, and then the next month it went up even more, $720. So that was a lot better than I was expecting. I didn't really know what to expect necessarily. I was just kind of putting it on there and hoping for the best. And I did a little bit of research, kind of see what my area was like, and because there are several other houses that do have rooms for rent in the area, so I made sure to set a competitive rate from the very beginning, so that way I can make sure to get started and get my listing seen by people and more likely to be booked. And then, since this was working so well, I actually decided to find out if there was anybody else in my area that might want me to help them and host their house or their rooms, an extra room on Airbnb. So I did some even more research, and I did end up finding someone. I found this gentleman. He actually travels a lot for work, so there are times where his house is just sitting and it's empty and no one's there. So I basically took over his house whenever he was out of town, and I started renting it out for him. Now, I figured out on Airbnb, you can actually rent out the entire house, or you can rent out individual listings, but you can also make them dependent on each other. So like if I have one room that's rented out for a couple of days, then my listing for the entire house is not going to be seen by people for those days that are considered blocked, right? So that worked out really well. So then you can see that my income went up again. And this was because I was still listing my one room, but then I was also listing his house. So the houses can go for, $100+ a night easily, especially depending on the location. His, I usually had it listed between $120 and $150 a night. But that was just because of the area, and also that's on the low end because I was trying to once again get the listing some traction and get some reviews in there, because you're more likely to have people book and if you have some good reviews in there. So, if you don't have any reviews yet, you need to lower the price just to get started. And then my earnings went up pretty drastically in December as well. And once again, I was still just listing my one room and his house. And now I only got a percentage of his house listing, just because I basically just charged him a management fee. So not all of that was to me. He did get a percentage of that, but I was still at least doing my 720 plus whatever I did a 30% fee for him to list that house and to take care of all the customers, and I did all the turnover and everything like that as well. And then I just wanted to show you this year. So I was only renting out his house for him for the month of November and December, and then he ended up, job situation changed, and so he's no longer traveling as much and he's home more frequently, so there's someone always in the house now, so he's not going to rent while he is living at the house. So it was just for those 2 months that I was helping him out. Now here we are in 2019, and this is how I've been doing for this year so far. And this is actually pretty good considering that January, February, March is considered to be like the slow season for most traveling. So I was pretty happy with this and how it's been so far. Today is actually April 10th. So, I mean, having this much already just for the first 10 days in April, that's pretty awesome. So you absolutely can make some fairly decent income for Airbnb. And I mean, the maintenance and upkeep and the time that I spend actually taking care of these listings, it really isn't that much. I help answer guests' questions and every now and then. I usually just do that mostly through the app. Sometimes I'll do it in person if we happen to run into each other in the house or something like that and they have a quick question. But other than that, it's pretty low maintenance, and I do all the turnover and everything too. Eventually, I will be hiring a cleaning crew to do that, I think, because I'm pretty busy with other things that I have going on. So, but I want to make sure that I actually have this set up really well and have a good stream of cash flow first before I start having a company come in and clean for me. So if you have any other questions, please let me know, or if you want to know more about how I set up my Airbnb listings, or if you want help setting up your Airbnb listings, or if you're looking for a co-host, let me know. I'm happy to help. I'll talk to y'all soon. If you have any questions, please make sure to comment below, and also you feel free to check out the description box for even more information. Talk to you soon.